Today might be the hardest day of doing this. Felt some regret after yesterday's video, like I'd revealed too much. And today, there's other things. Yesterday evening, I found my vehicle wasn't working. And today, feels like so many things. I think the thing is that on a regular basis, I feel like I'm just barely keeping my head above the water. And so when things happen that are difficult, it doesn't take much to push me under. It's always this kind of crisis point that happens. When I come up against a kind of ceiling, it doesn't make sense, because I've been doing all the things. I've not been smoking, I've been exercising, I've been eating right, I've been meditating, I've been creative, I've been expressing myself, I've been doing all the good things. And it's I'm feeling in my body this heartache that is so painful that I feel like I want to die. And it brings me back to 2020, when in combination with breaking up, with being rejected by a partner, and then being homeless, being not having anywhere to go, anyone to turn to, really. And then ending up being with some people who I felt were not good people, in a place that was quite dark and cold. And then at the end of that year, having a real, that year of feeling like, that was a year of losing faith in the world, losing faith in goodness of humanity, I think. I didn't think that people, I mean, I knew that there was a lot of people that weren't very enlightened or very awake, but I didn't realize so many people would just comply with insanity. And I think as the year went on, my faith in the world and humanity really got kind of sucked out of me. So there was like a 1-2 punch of personal betrayal and then world betrayal. And then at the end of the year, this kind of thing that happened, I don't even know exactly what happened, but something kind of terrible inside of me that caused me to have a period of 5 years of disease, of central nervous system breakdown and illness, paired with depression, something like fibromyalgia or something like that. And I still have it today, although the symptoms have lessened a bit, and I feel like I'm healing from it. But what's happening now is this extraordinary vessel, Kundalini kind of energy coming back up into my heart and reactivating this pain. And it's both physical and emotional. And it's like being stabbed in the back. It's like being murdered. And it just, like today, it feels like the world is ending. It feels like I have no faith. Feels like I failed before I even begun. It's like I'm on this precipice of rebirth and death. And intellectually, I can look at that and see it like that. But emotionally and physically, it's overwhelming. And it's inescapable. I feel myself trying to kind of keep it down. And I think regularly I do have this kind of throat blockage, and like when I go into it, actually, there's like really, I wonder, I feel this is true, is some previous life strangulation or hanging or decapitation. Because I go into deeply in meditation, and it has such dreadful feelings about speaking my truth, about speaking up and being vocal. And I think that it's acute right now because I am activating it through various means. And I think it's just, I don't even really know. I don't really know. I only have some sense of it. Actually, I hate all of it. I hate all of this. I wish I could escape it. I really feel trapped. That's what I'm feeling today. It's so nuanced because there's all these subtle elements to it. Like a very complex puzzle. And that's why it is such a trap. Like all these little pins holding something. And I'm too analytical to just quickly try and explain it away. Which is kind of ironic. Like, I think that humans tend to want to make up a story. And I do too, you know, when I'm saying like a past life, whatever. And I have that intuition, and at the same time, I'm also not 100% believing that. I'm also somewhat suspicious of that idea. Even though it feels very real to me. But I know that we can believe something is very real even when we don't have the full picture, the full story. I guess the thing is, so maybe it was a previous life, but why is it coming up now? What's relevant about that? I think within the context of other things, and I do think about the astrological effects of the current transits, and there is emphasis. There is Jupiter and Venus in my 7th house, where I have Mars. Actually, Jupiter is transiting my natal Mars in Cancer in the 7th house, and Venus is within the orb of my natal Saturn in Cancer in the 7th house. So I do believe that it's activating these things as well. So the timing of things is kind of perfect, and yet the crux of it kind of escapes me. What exactly is the deeper meaning? What is the significance to me? I do believe it's coming up for healing. It's coming up, but what is required for that healing is what I want to know. Like I try to stay with that ache and ask it. And I just get a lot of visions of cruelty and bleakness. And so it feels overwhelming to stay on it too long. I know I need to let it out. I need to allow it fully, and there's still some bracing against it. Oh, there's still a lot of bracing against it. It just seems so overwhelming. And there's also the desire for comfort from somebody, but also my distrust of people and my judgment of people, of them not being, for example, just somebody just complaining about something stupid, something frivolous, and being like being unaware of how I'm feeling. I'm not telling them, but they're so in their own thing that they're not noticing don't like the self-obsession that I'm experiencing, but at the same time, I think it's like my Chiron return is forcing it. This Chiron and Aries return is forcing it, and so I'm wrestling with this because I feel like I've been judged as being self-centered and narcissistic, which I don't think that I am, but there is like this a self-focus but philosophically I also believe that's instead of trying to change the world, you got to change yourself. And how do you do that? You do that by self-reflecting, by being self-aware. It feels like an impossible situation. Everything just feels like an impossible situation right now. Like, I feel kind of trapped by my home, but I also but like to escape it, I need to like get rid of everything, have no possessions. It's so extreme in me. It feels like there's no middle ground. I have this time to myself right now. I'm not in a financial situation where I need to work, but also having all this time to myself probably means that I'm overthinking. And is it overthinking, or is it just what I need to do right now? And then the more that I think about myself, the more it kind of activates the opposite, this Libra perseveration, where I'm kind of obsessing about this other person, and part of me knows how crazy it is. Part of me knows how kind of ludicrous my behavior is. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. But I think also like this is how intensely I feel. I think astrologically, again, I have a very tight opposition of Pluto and Venus. They're both at 9 degrees. Libra, Pluto in Libra at 9 degrees, and Venus in Aries at 9 degrees. And I think this is something that makes me very like obsessive. Romantically, but because it's an opposition, it's very difficult. And when I'm in a relationship, I'm afraid of losing myself, and when I'm by myself, I am afraid of being alone. And that's not totally accurate. It's like not afraid. It's like I just crave. I feel my power when I'm in a relationship. And then I want to, it's like the relationship, the ones that I've been in haven't met that new me. So like when I'm in that relationship, I feel really powerful and really capable and dynamic, but the people that I've been with, it's like they're too tame then when I'm in the relationship. My enthusiasm is big when I'm in the relationship, and I think that maybe sometimes those people feel like I'm adding too much drama to their life or too much intensity, or I'm being too demanding or something. I'm not sure exactly. It's hard because I have to go back in my memory a bit, and then that's kind of an old me, which I do feel I've learned from. But I know that I do feel powerful, like when I'm with somebody, like when I feel that connection with somebody, I feel powerful. And on my own, I'm introverted. So, which I don't think is actually who I am when I'm at my best. Like when I'm on my own, I'm moody and dark and introverted. When I'm with somebody else, I'm outgoing and I'm shiny and I'm almost too much, like I'm too big. Or I have been in the past. And I know, like with my last relationship, I was too flirty. I was too, like, kind of wandering eye a bit. I didn't cheat on this person. I didn't betray them in any way. But I think that I was a little too, outgoing for them, because they were on the conservative side, and it made them feel uncomfortable that I was loud and boisterous and flirty, and when maybe I wasn't like that when we first met. I can't really remember, but that's what I can kind of imagine. But so it feels kind of like, to me, like a relationship could be my salvation from my own self, from my own tendency to be introverted and moody. And well, I think also, looking at my chart, the Venus in Aries is in the 3rd house, and the Pluto in Libra is in the 9th house. So it is a more third house is more like day-to-day kind of thing, and 9th house is more like party time, adventurous, traveling, and bigger expression. Sagittarius house, so more dynamic expression. And yeah, I think I think I need to be with somebody that is that is fiery and outgoing and boisterous, so that I can be like that with them and not feel like I'm overpowering the situation or like trying to steal the spotlight or something. Like I want somebody maybe that I can kind of almost not compete with, but like we can both be exuberant together. We can both be big personalities together. I think in just talking about this, there's some movement here. See, because I have so much potential inside of me. I have so much life that wants to come through me that I haven't lived. I think that I feel has kind of been wasted. There's been a lot of time and energy wasted in feeling bad. And because it hasn't moved, I haven't found a way to express it, to get it out. Because I wasn't willing to harm other people in the process. Because I wasn't willing to project it onto others. It had to meet a certain standard of harmlessness and creativity, like make it into something beautiful. I wanted to refine it. I had seen other people just, vomiting on other people, like just projecting their stuff, and I didn't want to be like that. I still don't want to be like that. I'm not like that. I think I have the potential to be like that if I'm not careful. Like if I don't heal these things, if I don't address them and I don't work through them, then there's that potential. Like the toxicity gets worse if you don't address it. And life seems to shrink in its opportunities for expression. Like when you're young, when you're a teenager, you can like fuck up left, right, and center, and there seems to be like some bounciness. And as you get older, there's less bounciness and less resilience from recovering from those car crashes and accidents. I feel like I do feel the tension in the world, the grief in the world, the despair in the world. There's so many things. There's so many things I've been trying not to go on any kind of social media. Well, other than very curated, specific stuff. Because I know there's a lot of angst, there's a lot of upset, there's a lot of grief, there's a lot of frustration in the world right now, and I just feel it. I feel it. I do. And then there's my own stuff, and there's my own from this life stuff, like stuff that I could go into detail about, and then I think that there's also stuff that I believe is from other lives. And it's like, it's all telescoping kind of into the present moment. Self and other, now and past. It's like this kind of singularity of everything unwanted. And I feel it in my body, I feel it viscerally. I think this disease process was me feeling it in my body and now it's coming more to the surface, like it is moving, and there's an opportunity for healing, but it's like very acute. It's very, very palpable, and there's the emotional component, there's the intellectual component of how my thoughts are affected, and I'm fixating on certain things, and it's troubling because it's like teetering on the edge of madness. There's thoughts that are extreme. I don't know if it's that I always have this something that keeps me from going too crazy, because I've known people that just are off the edge and they don't have that self control. Maybe it's my Capricorn rising that's my saving grace. At the same time, it causes this suffering, I think, that is more intense. Like, it might almost be better if I just lost it and went through that process of, like, instead of just having it all be kind of internal. For example, I'm too responsible to like stop paying my rent or just, part of me just wants to like fly to another country or just get away from, or like with my vehicle breaking down, we'll just buy a new one. But it's like there's a part of me that's just too practical, too responsible. But that also locks me up too. It would like probably be better if I did just go fly somewhere for a couple of weeks. Just get out of town, and maybe I will. Maybe that's exactly what I should do. But the practical part is like, well, wherever you go, there you are. You can't run away from yourself. And this is what creates a kind of bit of a black hole for me, where I bear down on the trouble. I don't avoid it. I bear down on it. And this is something that I've been criticized about, being too intense. And I know, like, try living inside here. I know I'm intense, and I keep most of that to myself. I don't put it on other people. I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes there's a lucky person that I get obsessed about, and then I just don't even know what to do with myself sometimes. If there was something that I really like was passionate about, I guess, like something, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of things, but something simple, like being a potter or being a painter or something like, if it was just like really passionate about that, I mean, I think I could kill it. I could really like, I know I could, but I don't care enough about those things. It's like paintings that will just end up in a dumpster. Paintings that'll just end up in a landfill. pottery that will just end up getting broken. Like, none of these things last. Like, what's important? Even like the idea of writing a book, because I've written a lot and I like writing, but it feels like masturbation because who's going to read it? There's so many books. There's so many words. We got AI spewing out words. We got so much of everything. We've got so many things. It's like, what's the point? I feel like the only thing that kind of captivates me now is the destruction of it all. The death and the starting fresh. And that's kind of what I want. That's what I feel like I want that kind of rebirth. Like I want a fresh start. I want a clean slate. And I wonder why is it that I can't just have a frivolous life like a lot of people? Just be happy with TV and movies and shopping and I mean, I played a video game for 5 years pretty obsessively, but I think that's I mean, it's still I didn't do it frivolously. That's the thing in a way. I have fought not to be an addict. I have tried and succeeded. And I'm proud of that. I have willpower. I've overcome many things in my life that would destroy me. Like, I've overcome myself. I've overcome the seeds of self-destruction again and again, because it's not like it's done. It's an ongoing, everyday thing. It would be so much easier just to go buy a pack of cigarettes and just like feel that sense of satisfaction as the world becomes simpler. Because that's what happens when I smoke. Then it's like the day is broken up into cigarettes, and there's that moment of satisfaction of just being satisfied with smoking. And then there's doing something to fill in the space between that and the next cigarette. There's something that makes you feel like, okay, you're an adult, and you know, you do the dishes and make the laundry and tidy the house and pay the bills and do these things, and then have another, have a cigarette after accomplishing each of those little things that make you an adult, that make you seem to be living a life. But it just seems so shallow to me. It seems so frivolous, like just going through the motions. I don't even know what I'm reaching for. There's the depth, the meaning, the realness that I'm reaching for. I don't even know if it exists. It's like a torture that I feel like only a select few can empathize with. And I don't, it's a select few that are not, that are I think some of that select few can be a Van Gogh. There would be justification then, I guess. And I guess I'm contradicting myself but obviously Van Gogh thought paintings were important. I'm not saying paintings aren't important. I just think that paintings are not what's important for me. But I don't really know exactly what's important for me. But then that's not true. There's things, I know that there's things, but a painting seems like doable. I've done paintings before. I mean, maybe not Van Gogh degree of brilliance, but not even close, but like sometimes like I thought about, creating a business that was going to help people with disabilities and accessing technology. But as I did it, it just became so massive and unwieldy. It became so huge, and then when trying to actually make a business plan of it and think about minimal viable product and that kind of stuff, it's like, my idea was not very realistic. And I know somebody would say, it doesn't matter, just start. But then self-doubt comes in. I'm like, is this really the thing you want to spend the next 10 years on? When probably in 5 years, AI will outcompete everybody and there will be no human-run tech businesses. I don't know, maybe that's, and maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I should do it, and maybe I don't love the idea of sitting at a computer for the next 10 years or 5. But I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid about that. Maybe I should pursue that. I don't think it will get to the core that I'm reaching for. I don't think it'll have the depth that I feel is what I want to get to. Okay, it's at 50 minutes already, and I think, yeah, I don't want it to be an hour. I don't know, I think these are getting, I guess it's probably good. Like, past the beginner luck stage into the real work, into the real grit. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything. I have so much self-doubt right now.